Listen to me, right now. What I'm about to reveal to you, and I need you to lock in for this. What I'm about to reveal will absolutely demolish every pathetic, comfortable lie you've been fed your entire life about attraction. Every single thing, everything that society, the media, your boys, Instagram, TikTok, every guru with a Lamborghini in their thumbnail has told you about what women actually want. It's complete garbage. And you bought it. We all bought it at some point, because it's easier. It's easier to believe that stacking paper and flexing a watch is the answer. It's easier to think that the next promotion, the next car, the bigger apartment, that's what's going to make you magnetic to high-value women. Wrong. And deep down, you already know it's wrong. You've seen it. You've watched guys with everything, the money, the status, the lifestyle, and they're still getting walked over. Still getting left. Still alone. Still searching for something that money can't buy because they never developed what actually matters. Here's the truth that most men will never, and I mean never, fully comprehend. And it's gonna sting. Wealth without depth is absolutely nothing. It's emptiness. It's a hollow shell wearing a Rolex. You can drape yourself head to toe in designer threads. You can pull up in whatever car makes you feel important. You can flash those platinum cards at dinner like you're doing something, but if there is nothing beneath that surface, if there's no substance, no core, no real masculine foundation, brother, you are offering her nothing of actual value. You're just presenting fool's gold in a shinier wrapper, and she sees it. Trust me, she sees right through it. Because real women, and when I say real women, I'm talking about women of value, women of substance, women who aren't just looking for a free meal or a vacation, they crave something infinitely more rare than your bank account balance. They crave something that 99% of men in 2026 have completely abandoned, something that's been systematically stripped from modern masculinity. They crave genuine masculine energy that radiates from your core, not fake alpha nonsense you learned from some course, not try-hard posturing. I'm talking about that deep, unshakable presence that fills a room before you even open your mouth, that gravitational pull that comes from a man who has done the work on himself, that calm, grounded stillness that can only come from a man who knows exactly who he is, what he stands for, and where he's going, and doesn't need anyone's validation or approval to walk that path. They desire that grounded certainty that gets forged, and listen carefully, that gets forged through trials, through pain, through self-mastery, through the relentless, daily pursuit of becoming something greater than you were yesterday. Not comfort, not convenience, not the easy path. Struggle creates the man she can't resist. See, what I'm giving you today isn't some feel-good nonsense. This isn't going to pat you on the back and tell you you're already good enough just the way you are. No, we're going deep. We're stripping away every single comfortable illusion you've been clinging to. We're tearing down brick by brick the false narratives that society has built around what women genuinely value. The programming, the conditioning, the lies. I'm about to reveal to you the powerful elements that women secretly love far more than money. The qualities that ignite something primal in her soul. The attributes that don't just make you attractive, they make you irreplaceable. They make you the man she thinks about when she's alone, the man she respects, the man she wants to build with. And these aren't theories. This isn't pickup artist garbage from 2015. This is reality distilled from experience, observation, and the raw truth that most men are too weak to face. So here's my question for you. Are you ready to see the truth? Are you ready to look in the mirror and confront what you've been avoiding? Are you ready to become the man who doesn't need money to be magnetic? Because if you are, then let's begin. Number 1, a man who possesses unshakable presence. Listen, this is the foundation. Everything else crumbles without this. A woman feels your presence before she ever feels your touch. She senses it the second you walk into a room, before you say a word, before you even look her direction. And you can't fake this with pickup lines or some rehearsed routine you learned online. This is raw. This is authentic. This comes from your core. Your presence lives in the silence between your words. Those powerful pauses where weaker men panic and fill the void with nervous chatter. It's in the calm of your eyes, that unwavering steadiness that says everything without speaking. When chaos erupts and the world loses its mind, you stand still, not frozen, not paralyzed, but grounded, anchored in unshakable certainty about who you are. And in that moment, she feels something primal, safety, not just physical protection, soul-level safety from a man who cannot be rattled, cannot be shaken, cannot be moved from his center no matter what storms are raging. This is the safety that lets her feminine energy fully unfold. Epictetus said it best, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If you can't master your emotions, your reactions, your impulses, you're a slave, and a man in chains can never offer real presence. Money buys comfort, sure, but comfort isn't trust. Presence builds trust in ways wealth never could. Trust is the currency of the soul. Without it, you've got nothing but a hollow transaction. But here's what really separates boys from men: your mission. She might notice your looks first, your frame, your strength, but looks fade, bodies age, surface attraction burns out fast. What captivates her soul is your purpose, the thing that drives you forward when every logical reason screams at you to quit. The man who walks a path beyond himself, who pursues something greater than instant gratification, who bleeds for a purpose bigger than validation, this man becomes magnetic without even trying. He doesn't perform attraction. His mission is the beacon. When you're building something that will outlast you, when you're living for something bigger, you emit an energy that cannot be faked. The energy of a builder, a warrior who found his battlefield and chose to fight. Seneca nailed it. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Most men squander their time chasing empty pleasures, avoiding the hard work of building something meaningful. When your purpose speaks louder than your words, when she sees that fire in your eyes from pursuing what matters, you become unforgettable. You become the man who showed her what living with intention looks like. And that's a gift no amount of money could ever buy. Number 2, a master of himself and shadow. This is where we separate the pretenders from the real kings. Every weak man collapses under the weight of his own emotions. He's a slave to every feeling that hits him, tossed around like driftwood in a storm, completely out of control. But the strong man, he commands his emotions with iron discipline. And listen, he doesn't suppress them. He doesn't pretend they don't exist. He acknowledges them, understands them, and then chooses exactly how he responds. When the storms hit your life, and they will hit with devastating force, the warrior doesn't drown. He doesn't flail. He doesn't panic. He becomes the anchor, solid, immovable, deeply rooted in principles and self-mastery that no external force can shake. While everything around him is being ripped apart by circumstance, he stands steady, unshaken by the madness swirling in every direction. Your calm becomes her home. When the world is spinning out of control, when uncertainty threatens everything, she looks to you. And if she finds a man who is centered, composed, in complete control of himself, she's found sanctuary. Your emotional stability creates a shelter for her spirit, a place where she can let down her guard and just be. Your restraint is her respect. Every time you choose not to explode when lesser men would rage, every time you respond with measured wisdom when others react with blind fury, her respect for you deepens. She watches how you handle disappointment, betrayal, frustration, loss. In those moments of restraint, when you show her you possess the strength to master yourself, you earn something far more valuable than admiration. You earn her unwavering respect. Because in a world where everyone reacts instantly, where emotional incontinence has become the norm, the man who chooses silence, who chooses deliberate response over automatic reaction, who maintains his composure when everyone else is losing theirs, that man becomes godlike. He stands apart from the masses. He demonstrates a level of self-mastery that most men will never achieve. Now here's the other side of this coin. Mystery. Not every truth demands to be spoken. Not every wound requires display. Mystery isn't manipulation, it's mastery. It's knowing your value so deeply that you feel no compulsion to parade it before others. It's possessing the strength to walk away when weaker men desperately scramble for validation like trained animals begging for scraps. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy, while lesser men feel the need to explain themselves, to broadcast every achievement. To seek approval at every turn, you remain silent. You hold your cards close. You operate from quiet confidence that needs no external confirmation. A man of mystery draws curiosity like a magnet because she senses instinctively that there are depths yet to be explored, layers yet to be uncovered. You're not an open book she reads in one sitting and tosses aside. You're a labyrinth worth exploring, a presence that keeps her mind engaged long after you've left the room. That intrigue, that sense she hasn't yet discovered everything you are, that's what keeps her captivated. If you're ready to build inner wealth instead of chasing outer validation, comment growth below. Like and subscribe if you want to become one of us.